So is there merit in Prime Minister Narendra Modi saying Congress is more communist than the Maoists, more communal than the Muslim League? Should the Congress also have to clarify its stance on Jamaat-e-Islami leader who's saying that who can be opposed to an Islamic republic? Or is there merit in the Congress saying that a communal agenda is deliberately being peddled in Kerala to divert attention from what Rahul Gandhi describes as a dead economy? Joining me on India First is Dr. Karuna Sagar, representing the Congress party. Sanju Verma is the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Also with me as political analysts on this big story, Suman C, Raman and Abhijit Iyer-Mitra. Welcome. Dr. Karuna Sagar, how would the Congress respond to the Prime Minister saying Congress today is more communist than the Maoists and more communal than the Muslim League, sir?
Good evening to you, to all the fellow panelists and to your viewers, and a very happy Saraswati Puja to all your viewers. And I pray to the goddess of wisdom to be little kind to our Prime Minister. The Prime Minister Modi's desperate attempt to label Congress as Muslim League, Maoist Congress exposes his pathological fear of a party that built modern India. This is a Prime Minister who sees Congress everywhere, even in a state where we were not in power for past 10 years. This is a textbook communal polarization from a Prime Minister who has delivered zero press conference but infinite hate speeches. In 2025 alone, there has been 1,318 hate speeches made by the BJP leaders. And the Christians during the Christmas were being attacked all over the country. The Prime Minister makes a symbolic visit to a church, but he fails to condemn this kind of attack on the Christians who are worshipping during the Xmas celebrations. So the silence of the Prime Minister and the shrillness of the sung is very obvious that this is an attempt at communal polarization.
Fair enough. Your opening comment, uninterrupted. Sanju Verma, the floor is yours on the Congress party's allegation that this is a very deliberate attempt to polarize the electorate ahead of elections in Kerala, madam.
You know, Gaurav, very quickly, nothing has changed from 1951 till 2026 as we speak. In 1951, Nehru was shooting off letters to the likes of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, saying, what's the need to go for a splendid Somnath temple inauguration? It reeks of Hindu revivalism. But the entire Darbari ecosystem continues to wax eloquent about how secular Pandit Nehru is. Now, am I obsessed with Nehru? No. But our future generations and your audience needs to learn that Rahul Gandhi's father, Rajiv Gandhi's mother, Indira Gandhi, and Indira Gandhi's father, Nehru, none of them were secular. Let's not forget the same Congress party which keeps talking about how Muslims are marginalized under the Modi government. Robert Vadra said that post the Operation Sindoor, dialogue that we had with various stakeholders.
Okay.
This is the same Congress party which denied Shah Bano a monthly alimony of just 179 rupees. And nobody has forgotten nothing. And speaking of Rahul Gandhi, I want to ask one thing. Is it true that when Rahul Gandhi visited the Somnath temple, and your reporters have carried out this story, outside there's a register where you need to specify what your religion is? And he wrote, he's a practicing Christian. How can a practicing Christian have the guts and audacity to lecture the 79.8% Hindu population of India under the garb of being secular? And my final point is this. Let's not forget that, under the Congress party, you want to be anti-Modi, I can understand. But you are demonizing our institutions, not just the Enforcement Directorate and CBI. You have a problem with VVPAT, you have a problem with EVMs, you have a problem with the entire electoral process. And Justice Chandrachud, the former CJI, told Rahul Gandhi, each time the Congress demonizes the electoral process, you are creating fear and instability in the country. You cannot approve of elections when you win and demonize elections when you lose.
Okay.
This is typical.
So, Dr. Karuna Sagar wants to quickly respond to an intervention. he wants to intervene, because the Congress, and I want Sanju Verma to come in once again on that later, Dr. Karuna Sagar. The Congress officially said that he's a Janeyu-dhari Brahman. But go ahead, Dr. Karuna Sagar, you wanted to respond.
You see, when Sanju Verma started talking about the electoral malpractices, the debate, the topic is also not that today. And we are not discussing that. I never mentioned about it. But it's just that वो जो छुपा हुआ होता है ना वो बाहर आ जाता है. So she ultimately has to talk about it because she feels guilty about it. She knows that the nation is questioning the process of SIR. The nation is questioning the way elections are being conducted there. They talked about the outsiders during the SIR, no outsiders were found. I am from Bihar. 47 lakh votes were deleted, but none of them were from outsiders. So where is the outsiders? Where is the SIR process? And today the electoral machinery has become such a sham that Rahul Gandhi twice, thrice did press conferences with evidences. Election Commission chose to remain silent on those and never replied on those specific allegations.
Okay, so since both of you have raised that point, yeah, Sanju Verma, quickly before I bring in Sumant Raman on the Kerala Congress story, on the Kerala story, respond, madam.
Yes. Gaurav, in 5 seconds, I spoke of EVMs because I wanted to expose the urban Naxalite mentality of Rahul Gandhi and the Darbari ecosystem, which demonizes institutions. Speaking of Kerala, I want to ask Rahul Gandhi, is it not true that his pyari behna, Priyanka Vadra, contested from Wayanad with full support of the Jamaat-e-Islami? Is it not true that in Karnataka, the Congress party received support and has often been in alliance with the SDPI, which is an arm of the banned PFI? Is it not true that in local body elections in Kerala, the Congress party solicited support from the Welfare Party of India, which is an affiliate of Jamaat-e-Islami? So let me say one thing very, very clearly. जुबान पे बदजुबानी और चेहरे पर नकाब लिए फिरते हैं, जिनके खुद के बही खाते बिगड़े हुए हैं, वो आज मुझसे मेरा हिसाब लिए फिरते हैं. आपको हिसाब
Let me quickly bring in Sumant Raman. Okay, let me bring in Sumant Raman, on the Congress being attacked both by the left and the right, Mr. Raman, on Jamaat-e-Islami leader Sheikh Mohammed Karakunu's comment of no rejection of an Islamic Republic or words to that effect. Are such sentiments and these links worrisome in your view, sir?
Look, obviously the Congress has swept the local body elections in Kerala a few weeks ago. So there is a lot of concern. And the BJP, in fact, though they did win Thiruvananthapuram, their overall vote share in the state was either stagnant or actually dropped a little bit. So I think that desperate times call for desperate measures. It does look like the UDF would come back to power in Kerala in the in the elections in April, May. So I think that naturally the dog whistles will have to go out. I think it's very important to also understand that if the SDPI is a registered political party, to say that if you have an alliance with it, you are having alliance with extremists, it makes no sense. That means that there's been a serious failure on the part of the union government. If they are actually taking the stand that the SDPI, then you should ban the SDPI. What is preventing? Who is running the central government? Why can't they ban the SDPI? Why can't they ban the Welfare Party? I'm not able to understand this. So all that is there is you need these parties to keep showing, oh my God, they are having these alliances with the SDPI. They are having the alliances with these people. Now the point is,
but in Islamic Republic in India, if a leader of a Jamaat-e-Islami is saying who can be opposed to an Islamic Republic in India, is that as the Congress, as the left is asking the Congress rejection of constitutional democracy?
Clearly that is an unacceptable statement, and it is for the Congress to come out and say that they dissociate themselves completely from that statement. Having said that, the Indian Union Muslim League, which is a recognized political party for decades, has been part of the UDF for a very long time in Kerala, and as they still are. So naturally, and the fact that both the left more and more in Kerala has sort of metamorphosed into a sort of a Hindu party. In Kerala, the Congress gets the votes of the Christians, it gets the votes of the Muslims. And
Okay.
the left has gradually sort of moved closer to the vote bank of the BJP. So naturally, for the left to make these accusations is not very surprising at all.
So let me also bring in Abhijit Iyer-Mitra before I bring in Sanju Verma and Dr. Karuna Sagar back in the conversation. Because Abhijit Iyer-Mitra, it's not just the BJP, even the CPM is challenging the Congress on this support of these, as the CPM puts it, communal organizations. They say it exposes ideological inconsistencies of the Congress. But is there merit in Sumant Raman saying that the left is actually moving right in Kerala?
No, he's absolutely wrong, and I'll tell you why. And the left, I find myself in the very surprising position where I'm in total agreement with the Communist Party of India in Kerala. Now, what happens with the CPI is CPs, communist parties throughout the world, they support Islamists when they are out of power the moment they come to power. The first people they jail and kill are the Islamists. This is what happened in the People's Republic of China. This is what happened in Russia. You look at Lenin's statements before 2017, 1917, and you look at his statements after 2023 and what he did. The whole bunch of Central Asian muezzins and mullahs were killed off. The entire population of Chechnya and Dagestan under Stalin were deported to Siberia. So you see, the communists have a very good anti-Islamist record when they are in power, just not when they're out of power. In Kerala, they're in power, and you see the pattern. There was this lady who made a video that led to a suicide on a bus 2-3 days back. It is the communist government and the police of Kerala that are clamping down on that ridiculous video, because it has emerged there was no wrongdoing on that poor man's part. The Congress, on the other hand, is going and supporting this lady who is suddenly behaving very pious. So now, let us look at the Congress's own history. This is the Congress, remember, that supported the Mopla rebellion, which was a completely anti-Hindu pogrom. This is the same Congress that created the Khilafat movement, which led to Jinnah leaving the Congress, which ultimately led to Pakistan. Congress is responsible for Pakistan. So they have a long history of mollycoddling, supporting, promoting, nurturing the very worst kind of extremists. That said, Sumant, sorry, if you just give me 30 seconds more. That said, Sumant Raman is absolutely correct. Why isn't it being banned? But let me tell you why it is not being banned. You can't just go around banning anyone and everyone. You allow them to speak. What happens is they get more and more comfortable with themselves. They open their mouths more. They extend their reach more. You get more funding, and that is when you ban them.
Okay, so is that is the long rope argument that you give there? Sanju, I'm just coming to you in a moment, ma'am. I want to bring in Dr. Karuna Sagar on what the Kerala Congress has put out. The Kerala Congress has put out a tweet saying Modi believes Kerala can be misled by jumlas the way UP, MP and Gujarat were. He underestimates a state whose political culture is shaped by awareness, resistance and accountability. Sir, in your view, since Congress is not a regional party in Kerala and also a national level party, is the Congress, as the BJP puts it, not insulting the voters of UP, MP and Gujarat?
No, you see, the Prime Minister's jumlas have been famous, and it has been admitted by the Home Minister himself that the Prime Minister goes for jumlas during elections. What happened to the 15 lakh rupees which was promised? What happened to the 2 crore employment which was promised every year? What happened to the doubling of the farmers' income every year? What happened to the dollar and the rupee ratio? The Prime Minister, when he was in Gujarat, he said that the rupee and the dollar ratio reflects the respect of the nation, the stature of the nation. And Manmohan Singh gave him a 58 rupees exchange rate, and today is 91.64 rupees. It has already crossed Prime Minister's age.
My question, sir, was are the voters of UP, MP and Gujarat being insulted by Kerala Congress by saying you fall for jumlas, Kerala will not fall for jumlas. But let me take the points that you have raised to Sanju Verma. Sanju Verma, Kerala Congress says, you know, words to the effect, North Indians may be misled, Kerala is smarter, they will not fall for this.
You know, Gaurav, first point that I want to make is that, you know, the Congress spokesperson here was elucidating about how the economy is going, you know, down the tube, blah, blah, blah. Let me just tell him, today we are the world's fourth largest economy, having overtaken Japan. Before 2027, we will overtake Germany to become the world's third largest economy. India is the only economy, Gaurav, which is growing at 7.5% plus, where inflation is still less than 2%. The last inflation number of December 2025 was 1.3%. And let me tell this Congress person, 10 crore women have benefited thanks to Ujjwala Yojana. More than 4 crore houses built thanks to Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. More than 44 lakh crore worth of loans given under Mudra Yojana, and 76% beneficiaries are women. More than 47,000 kilometers of railway track electrified. The Congress party, actually, when it was in power, poverty rate was 27.9%. Today, poverty rate is down to 1.3%. And extreme poverty is down to 0.82%. 25 crore people have been uplifted from multidimensional poverty. But this is not about the economy alone. Yaqub Mehman Ji, Masood Azhar Ji, Osama bin Laden Ji, Mukhtar Ansari Ji. This is the Congress narrative. आतंक के साथ किसका हाथ? कांग्रेस का हाथ. Do you remember the narrative a couple of years back? अफजल हम शर्मिंदा हैं, तेरे कातिल जिंदा हैं, भारत तेरे होंगे, हम इंशाअल्लाह
The moment Sanju Verma completes, Dr. Karuna Sagar come in.
Yeah.
Gaurav, can I please in 10
Gaurav,
seconds?
10 seconds for her to complete her point.
Gaurav, today...
Just 10 seconds for her to complete her point, and then I'm coming to you, sir.
Let me finish. My final point is this, Gaurav. The best barometer of the success of a leadership or a political party is whether you win elections or not. We won 4 out of the state elections, which went into polls after June 2024 with a massive strike rate of 67%. Congress lost Maharashtra, lost Jharkhand, lost Haryana, lost Delhi, lost Jammu Kashmir, and won only 6 seats in Bihar. You could not win a single state. 0 strike rate. शांत हो जाओ. पहले चुनाव जीतो, बाद में भाषण देना.
Okay, Dr. Karuna Sagar, you wanted to come and also respond to the point of the Prime Minister saying it's important to remain vigilant regarding the Congress party. They're using Kerala as testing ground for their strategies. Sir, are both the BJP and the left creating an impression, rightly or otherwise, that for the Congress party, and you just heard Sanju Verma, for the Congress party, secularism means Muslim appeasement or urban Naxal appeasement?
Yeah, there are quite a few things you mentioned. First, let me respond to BJP spokesperson. Today, 1% of the population at the top owns 40% of nation's wealth. And the bottom, please, I didn't disturb you. Please, I didn't disturb you. Please, I didn't disturb you. Let me complete.
Ma'am, let Dr. Karuna Sagar complete his point. Let Dr. Karuna Sagar complete his point.
Yeah, and the bottom 50% owns only 3% of the wealth of the country. We are talking about being the 4th largest economy in the world.
Okay.
Today,
only Dr. Karuna Sagar. Sanju Verma, nobody will be able to hear both. Nobody will be able to hear both simultaneously. Let him complete his point. Let him complete his point. I'll come back to you to respond. Go on, sir.
Yeah. So I began by saying that 1% of the population owns 40% of the wealth of the nation, and the bottom 50% owns only 3% of the nation's wealth. And today, 85 crore people are dependent on 5 kg rice, which is being sent by the government. And the unemployment is all-time highest. The people are underemployed. The people are becoming unemployable. They are going out of the employment market. And so that is as far as the economy is concerned. Now, she was talking about the urban Naxal mentality. Today, the moot question, Gaurav, is who is an Indian? If you are a farmer agitating against the government, you are a Khalistani. If you raise your voice as a Muslim, you are a Pakistani. If you question the
This
government,
cannot be
you are
a
a urban
by the
Naxal.
Communist Party.
It's a
Okay.
typical fascist narrative which the world saw in 1930 Germany, where
Okay,
first you
Sanju Verma.
label the
Sanju
otherness.
Verma wants
You
to
know, the
respond because that
otherness of
urban
it
This is not
is
Naxal
fair.
that you
point,
label some.
urban Naxal point that you raise, any Muslim who opposes the Congress party says is branded a Pakistani, Sanju Verma.
You know, Gaurav, now I heard him because you said I should not interject. I hope he will not heckle me. You know, he keeps talking about economy and, you know, Modi ji promised this, Modi ji promised that. Arey bhai, sun lo. Today, we are the world's second largest smartphone market. We are the world's third largest automobile producer. We are the world's second largest tractor manufacturer. We are the world's fifth largest stock market. We have the world's fourth largest forex reserves of more than $700 billion. And let me tell you one more thing. I stay in Mumbai. There is something called the Atal Setu, Mumbai, Maharashtra Trans Harbour Link project. It was envisioned by your Pandit Nehru in 1961, completed under Modi government in 2023 after 62 long years. So you are the last person who should be lecturing about governance. But I will just say this. 34 Muslims were given tickets in Lok Sabha 2019 by the Congress party. I have the data in front of me. In 2024, only 19 Muslims were given Lok Sabha tickets. That is a 44% decline. You say BJP is anti-Muslim, but Congress says it is pro-Muslim. Why did you not give more tickets in 2024? Actually, there was a 44% decline. And you have the audacity to lecture us on secularism. इतनी hypocrisy कहाँ से लेकर आते हो भाई साहब? ये
Okay.
बताइए.
But let
Gaurav,
me
can I
also
come
bring
in?
in. Yes, sir, I want you to come in,
Gaurav.
but I also want to bring in our other guests on this broadcast so that it remains conversational. And Abhijit Iyer-Mitra, the point about urban Naxals, you know, anybody being labeled an urban Naxal, anybody, any Muslim, if he raises a point, is branded Pakistani. It's a very fascist approach, says the Congress party. Is that what is happening? Any farmer is labeled a Khalistani?
Look, there were Khalistanis amongst the farmers. You saw the flags and the posters. Did you see the Bindranwale posters out there or did you not? We all saw that. We all saw what they did when they came and beat up the central police in Delhi. I mean, we've seen those pictures, right? They're taking whatever sticks and the police are covering because they don't have on Republic Day, no less. What do you call somebody who puts up a Bindranwale poster? I want to know. I certainly can't call him a nationalist. If you have people who recite slogans like Afzal Guru, Tere Katil Zinda Hain, I'm meant to call them an Indian citizen, is it? You know, this is the problem with the Congress. It has gone from being the big tent, big umbrella party that used to represent all Indians to becoming the big tent, big extremist and terrorist party which represents all extremists. They have now perfected the art of losing elections. So Sumant
Sir,
Raman was
that's a
right.
rather harsh view, but I'll get Sumant Raman to respond to
Sorry,
that
one
and
second. Let
Dr.
me
Karuna
finish. Let
Sagar.
me finish.
But yeah,
Let
complete
me
your
finish,
point,
please.
sir.
Let me finish. See, Sumant Raman was totally right when he said UDF looks like he's winning. The problem is, if you go by historical precedent, Rahul has an incredible record of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. On the basis of the farmers' protest, they should have won Punjab. What did Rahul do? He gets rid of Amrinder Singh based on some Navjot Singh Sidhu's likes and whatever, and they lose spectacularly. Haryana, what did they do? Exact same thing. Hubris, overconfidence, we are winning. They do Jat consolidation, and you have complete counter Jat consolidation. This is
Okay.
a man. He is a walking, talking train wreck of a party leader. I think the communists are very happy. I think after Modi, I'm telling you, Modi prays for Rahul's long life and continued leadership every day. And after that, Pinarayi Vijayan is the biggest well-wisher in the nation of Rahul Gandhi.
Let me, okay, Sumant Raman, you want to quickly respond to some of these aspects?
No,
Okay, just let me
I
just stay a little.
yeah,
Sanju, Sumant Raman wants to come in, especially on the
yeah.
aspect of the BJP labeling Congress either as Maoist, Muslim, or elements as urban Naxals. That even if there is a Bhindrawale poster that's put up, even if Red Fort is attacked, on a very sensitive day, they will continue to not highlight that and say these were farmers who were protesting.
Look, Gaurav, you know better than me that you are not supposed to label an entire group or an entire party or an entire community based on the action of a few individuals. By that same
But those
token,
few individuals
if you
must be called out.
no, you can call out the individual, not the party or the not the community. Look,
Sure.
it's very very simple. The issue is, if you take, for instance, the number of people who have been arrested in the recent past for espionage, most of them have turned out to be from the majority community, and you know that better than me. So, can somebody start saying that people of this community are all spying against India? It makes no sense.
But
It is
nobody,
ridiculous,
nobody
right?
says that about the other community
It does.
anyways.
You do
After
all the
a
time.
million terror attacks,
If
nobody is
somebody
linked to
says,
anything to
if
anybody.
if if a member of
Gaurav,
the minority
Gaurav,
community
please
says
can I come in
anything
for 2
critical of
minutes?
the government, he will be met with "Go to Pakistan."
Right.
How is that?
Gaurav,
How is
can I
that?
come in quickly?
We are
Sanju Verma
tarring an
wants to come
entire
in to respond to
community
that.
based on the
Sanju
action
Verma
of a
wants to
few
come into that.
individuals,
Sir,
and there are
it was
there are
Pradhan Mukherjee who once had to get up and ask,
no
it's
no
not
Gaurav,
Martians from outer space who are launching these
Gaurav.
terror attacks, of course, in
There
Gaurav,
are
reference to a
please
neighbor.
can
there
Sir,
are
okay,
there
I-
Sanju
are
Verma wants to
extreme.
quickly respond. I'll come back to you, Sumant Raman. Sanju Verma.
Thank you. You know, Suman C. Raman talks about how Hindus are the people who have been involved in espionage. I just want to say one thing. This is not Sanju Verma or WhatsApp University. This is the United Nations Human Rights Council, which said the top 10 terror organizations in the world have a radical Islamist DNA. ISIS, Al-Shabaab, Tehreek-e-Taliban, Boko Haram,
Arey yaar,
Al-Qaeda,
how is
Hamas,
that relevant to what
Hezbollah,
I said?
Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed,
How
Abu
is that
Sayyid
relevant to what
group.
I said?
But Sumansi Raman finds nothing
You're
wrong with
talking it
Muslims.
ridiculous.
Charlie
Who
Hebdo,
said that? Who said that? Don't. I never said that.
bombing,
I
Parliament of
never said
India,
that. I never.
2011
Don't lie.
Mumbai terror
Don't
attack.
lie. Don't
Every
lie.
attack carried
Don't
out by
lie.
radical
Okay,
Don't
Islamist
lie.
terrorists.
Don't lie.
God,
Don't
what is
lie.
this?
Don't
Did I
lie.
okay,
heckle
one
I
by one,
anyone?
never said
one by
that.
Did
one,
I heckle
Gaurav, 1 minute.
nuisance? Did I
Please,
one by
heckle
one,
let
goon?
me speak.
Did I
Let me
heckle
speak.
goon?
All
God,
I was pointing out
one by
was
one,
very
one by
I
one.
simple.
think I'm
Sanju
fair.
Verma,
You
complete your
cannot,
point, then
Let
I'm
me come
coming back to
here.
you, Sumant Raman.
you
Just
cannot.
Sanju
Can I?
Verma, complete your point. Sanju Verma, complete your point, then Sumant C. Raman.
No, Gaurav, I think this is unfair. The moment I start speaking, he heckles. I was quiet and I listened very
I
intently to
don't
him.
heckle at all. She says
Okay,
something.
one
I
by one,
Shut up.
one by one.
Please shut up. Thank you.
Okay,
Gaurav, let's be
politely, all
very,
my
very
guests.
clear.
I'm requesting all
Let's
my
be
guests.
very, very clear.
Go on, ma'am.
Be it the Aligarh attack of 2008, be it the Dhule attack of 2006, be it the Kokrajhar attacks of 2010, be it the Muzaffarnagar riots, be it the Raza Academy riots in Mumbai in 2013. All these attacks were carried out by radical Islamists, and unfortunately, in many cases, the victims were also Muslims. And all these attacks happened under an incompetent Congress. But Suman C. Raman reminds me of ना कांग्रेस का कुछ बुरा इन्होंने देखना है, ना कांग्रेस की कोई बुराई सुननी है, ना कांग्रेस के
speak.
बारे में कोई बुराई बोलनी है.
Can I speak?
Okay.
He's that
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I
monkey.
speak?
Yes,
Can I
Can
Sumant
I
speak?
Raman
come?
wants to now
I'm
respond.
not going to be allowed to
Dr.
speak.
Karuna
I
Sagar,
need
yes, but
Gaurav.
Sumant
I
Raman
need
wants to respond.
speak. I need to
Sumant Raman.
respond.
Yes.
This lady will put Donald Trump to shame in
Oh,
the
really?
series
You
of
will put Rahul Gandhi to
absurdities
shame.
that she's talking about.
Hello?
She will don't
Okay.
interrupt. This is my time. Don't interrupt me.
Dr. Sumant Raman.
Point
Mr.
is,
Sumant Raman, go
the
on, sir.
point I was making is very simple. The actions of a few cannot define a community. Was the simple action, simple
Sure.
statement I. If she says that that is how it should be, let her say it openly. Why is she hiding? Why is she running away from saying it? Instead of saying that this attack was caused by this group, that attack was caused, let her say it openly then. If she has the
Okay.
guts, let her
But
and say
I
it
want to come
openly.
back. I want to come back to the debate of the day because we seem to have digressed a little on the issue of urban Naxals and the Khalistani alleged Khalistani elements. But Abhijit
Who is an
Iyer-Mitra,
urban Naxal? Who is an
I
urban Naxal? Who?
let me
Why
see
is
if
there no
Abhijit
action
Iyer.
taken against urban
Okay,
Naxals
who's our
except in the
urban
media?
Naxal?
Gaurav,
Abhijit
can I come
Iyer-Mitra,
in?
in your view? Yes, Abhijit,
Gaurav, can I
quickly,
come
and
in?
then
Why
then
is
Dr.
no
Karuna
action
Sagar.
taken against them?
So,
Okay,
who is an
so who's an urban Naxal and why is no action taken against him
yes? So, who is an urban
or her?
Naxal is very clear. What was the Naxal movement? They mostly used to operate in rural areas, taking out even the current Naxals, the real Naxals with arms. They have been operating in rural environments. They take over tribal territory. They perpetrate the worst kind of crimes against tribals, which is why you remember people like self-help groups, self-protection groups like Salva Judum were created. Who are the urban Naxals? They are the overground workers of the Naxals, the people who got Salva Judum banned, claiming to
Okay.
care about Salva Judum. Remember, why was Salva Judum banned? Because they weren't being paid salaries and things like that. That was the thing they used in order to strengthen the movement. These were the same. Who are urban Naxals? They are the people who were talking. You remember when the recent shootout, when the last of the Naxals were wiped out, there were people in Delhi going around calling them,
Ceasefire.
negotiating, saying they want a ceasefire and this and that. Those are the urban Naxals.
Fair
Why
enough.
is there any
That's a
confusion
debate.
about who
That's a
the urban
debate we'll
Naxals
have
are?
another day. But Dr. Karuna Sagar, the last 30 seconds that I have on this part of the show, and apologies for the delay. The Prime Minister raised a very interesting point. Dr. Karuna Sagar, the Prime Minister drew a parallel between Gujarat and Kerala. He said before 1987, BJP was at the periphery in Gujarat. In 1987, BJP won the Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation, like the BJP has won Thiruvananthapuram. And from there, like post-Gujarat, the BJP created history. He sees Thiruvananthapuram being that turning point. Your take on that, sir?
Yeah, Gaurav, first let me just finish with this urban Naxal debate. See, this othering of a population is dangerous, and the kind of poison which is being injected into the body politic by this kind of hate speeches is what leads to regular mob lynching and others. You see, an urban Naxal definition keeps changing. When we asked for caste census, the Prime Minister in the Parliament called us urban Naxal. And the same Parliament, when it suited him politically, announced for caste census. So the urban Naxal definition for the Prime Minister itself keeps changing from time to time. And
Sir, the
as far
only
as
point that I may want to raise, if you permit me, is when every lynching is called out, then it's good. But when only select lynchings are called out, then it does appear that it's more politics, Raman, than the real issue. But on the point of the Prime Minister saying, every lynching is bad. Call out every lynching
is bad.
irrespective
Every
of who's
act,
done it. Only some lynchings are called out. Breastfeeding sometimes and absolute silence at others.
No,
But
some lynchings are called out by one side and some others are called out
let
by the
every
other side.
lynching be called out by all.
Absolutely.
Let every lynching be called out by all for a better society. But does the Prime Minister have a point, Raman, when he says that, like in Gujarat 1987, Thiruvananthapuram, the BJP has a foot in, and now Kerala has made a connection with the BJP?
No, the BJP always had a foot in Trivandrum. That is not something which has happened newly. The fact that they won the mayoral election is new. But the BJP always had a vote bank. Had the BJP improved their vote share in the rest of the state in the recent local body elections, one could have accepted.
Well, we are just putting out BJP's vote share. You can see it yourself. We are putting out BJP's vote share on your television screens. And there you see. From 2001, 5% vote share to 2021, 11% right now, the last election.
Over the last 5 years, it has not significantly gone up, is my point. And that is what your graph is also showing.
Absolutely.
So
10.53 in 16 and 21.
That is why I'm saying that there is no great saffron resurgence in Kerala. Yes, Trivandrum, which has been their stronghold, if you take this 11%, the vast majority of that 11% will be coming from the belt around Trivandrum and in southern Kerala. So it's not that something immediately tomorrow they're going to become favorites to win the assembly election. That's not going to happen.
Okay, we'll wait and watch. I have to slip into a quick break here. I want to thank all my guests for being a part of this debate.